So as you can see, I think we wanted to share with you just a couple of images of some of our uniform ensemble that we have for the Wizards and the Mystics. For the upcoming season, the Wizards are wearing 5 different uniforms. Our standard red, white, and blue that you see. And then the upcoming season is our City Edition uniform, which is a cherry blossom theme uniform, as a huge thanks in Washington, D.C. because of the kind gift of the Japanese people of cherry blossoms that adorn our mall in Washington, D.C.
This past year is the 110th anniversary of Japan giving the United States, particularly Washington, D.C., our cherry blossom trees. And the city celebrates it, from mid-March to mid-April with nonstop events. Matter of fact, when we were leaving from the airport the other day, you couldn't miss. Everything was just cherry blossom related.
And I just wanted to add a couple things. One, for the uniform itself, like the blue down here symbolizes the tidal basin. So when you went, you might have seen the trees right along the water in the tidal basin, and just the feeling of rebirth and kind of renewal.
Just wanted to add a little bit is the cherry blossoms actually just felt so right for us. I mean, one of the representations that we have in Washington, D.C. is certainly the beautiful monuments, but the other iconic symbol that we have is the cherry blossoms that adore the mall. So as we were going through strategies, it just felt like it was a right opportunity. We also created a lot of different platforms that we announced during that same time. We did a really unique cherry blossom NFT program with some amazing artwork. Hunter and Becca are also working on a variety of different collaborations with designers in terms of streetwear that we're going to bring to market that are going to be based off of our cherry blossom uniform. So a really exciting opportunity and moment for us. And what we love about Nike and the NBA City Edition jerseys is it allows us to really be unique and representative of our marketplace on an annual basis. So we'll be wearing these uniforms for the entire 22-23 season, and I think it's probably about 12 or so games that the uniforms will be worn. Great. Excellent question. I think one of the things that we've been very humbled about is the engagement levels of the fans of basketball here in Japan, which has been really an exciting and humbling moment. I think one of the other pieces that we're very excited about, especially first year before the pandemic, is the amount of Japanese tourists and Japanese Americans that were actually coming to our games in Washington, D.C. It was very, very impactful. I think the other piece that we've really tried to do very authentically is not only cover our teams on the court and the successes of the players on the court, but also trying to tell their story off of the court. And I think some of the feedback that we've gotten from that content, has been very, very impactful from our standpoint. So I think that's been a very, very exciting, venture for us. I think also the growth of basketball as a whole here in Japan just seems to be on the upward trajectory. I mean, it's really moving very quickly, and we've done a lot of great collaborations and conversations with a variety of B League teams. So I think that's been really, I think, eye-opening for us and very exciting. So I think we've seen a tremendous amount of, growth on that perspective, even though we were all in the midst of, a global pandemic. So the amount of content that our Japanese language content team was creating was really unique and different. And I think sometimes, challenges, create innovation and new ideas. And I think that's one of the things I've been pleased about, as we've continued to really push, in terms of engaging with fans beyond basketball. And I think Rio and the Japanese language content team has done that very well.
One thing I would add is we're excited for a traditional off-season. It's been non-traditional the last couple of years. I think that'll serve our players really well, especially our younger players growing in a traditional summer. But for us on the business side as well, to be able to organize and deliver maximum results for our partners under a normal cadence of a traditional off-season. So we're excited to lead into that with it all culminating at the start here in Tokyo at September, October.
I think I would just, if I can, just add one thing, is that, I think a lot of the successes also are based on the commitment that Rui Hachimura and now Rui Mishita want us to tell their story of what they're experiencing in the NBA and WNBA to the Japanese fans. So I think access to the players and engagement and their openness has been something that we've all been humbled by, and something that's been, really motivating and very exciting for us. They're tremendous people, both on the court and off the court, in terms of helping us tell their story.